Wrestling fans, it's me, the Horror Miser Monty G. Yes, it's time to do another wrestling prediction video because this Sunday we have WWE's Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, better known as TLC. Now, this is the last pay-per-view for 2019, and basically what this pay-per-view does, it begins to set the stories up as we get ready for the tour WrestleMania, or the WrestleMania tour starts when the Royal Rumble starts next month. But that's basically what this pay-per-view does. It begins to set the seeds for some of the storylines we will see as the road to WrestleMania begins next month at the Royal Rumble. But let's go on ahead. We have a pretty good, exciting card right now. At the present time right now, there are 7 matches that I would predict. I'm pretty sure there'll probably be a couple more matches. Depending upon what happens on SmackDown Live tonight, they might decide to put in a couple more. Or they might have what we call the free-for-all, or these dark matches that you normally will see back in the day. But I'll just predict the 7 matches that we know right now. At the present time, the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivan, will defend the Raw Tag Team Champions for a team to be announced. We don't know what that team is right now. We might find out later on tonight. So at this point right now, I really can't predict anything about this match other than the fact that it wouldn't surprise me that the Viking Raiders will probably retain their titles, depending upon who they are. But there's a nice way to start the show if they're going to start the show. So at this present time right now, I'll go ahead and want to predict whoever the team is going to face the Viking Raiders for the Raw Tag Team Championships. I think the Viking Raiders will retain their titles. In a tables match, we have Rusev versus Bobby Lashley with Lana. Now, this particular storyline has been particularly funny. Rusev and Lana have split. She's with Bobby Lashley now, and right now they're going to have a tables match based upon what happened on Raw Monday night. Now, I find this is going to be an interesting matchup. I believe Lana probably will have some way where she might interfere, or she actually might get put through a table herself. I'm pretty sure that, with the right amount of ways she can take the bump, I'm pretty sure that's something that we probably will see. But I'm going to go ahead and predict that Rusev will win this match. Now, we're going to have a tables and ladders matchup for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. There'll be the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. A very unusual team up right there. Now, we all know that Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair had their differences throughout the entire year, ever since the Royal Rumble started and the WrestleMania match that they had between the two of them and Ronda Rousey. I suspect that this is going to be a pretty good matchup. It could steal the matchup. But at this point, I just can't see them putting the tag team titles on these two. They just wouldn't get along that well. Now, of course, knowing Vince, he likes to do things against the grain sometimes. But at this present time, I prefer that they keep the belts on the Kabuki Warrior, so I'm going to predict that Asuka and Kairi Sane will retain their titles. In a singles matchup, we have Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy. Now, this is going to be a pretty good matchup. Both men are very well received. They have very in-ring talent. I think this is going to be an incredible matchup. At this point right now, I think Aleister Black needs to, go on ahead and show how great he is. He needs to win. So I think Aleister Black will win this matchup. In another singles matchup, we have Bray Wyatt versus The Miz. Now, I'm surprised this is not for the WWE Universal title, and I believe this is just going to be Bray Wyatt, not his alter ego, The Fiend. Although I wouldn't be surprised if The Fiend does show up. This is probably going to be a good match right here. I think that The Miz should win. He hasn't had a win in a while, and I think he does need a win right here. And I don't think a loss right here is not going to hurt Bray Wyatt anything. It's not going to derail his momentum that he's carrying with this Fiend character. So I'm going to predict that The Miz will win the matchup. In a it's a ladder match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions. We have the current champions, The New Day, that's Big E and Kofi Kingston, versus The Revival with Dawson and Dash Wilder. I believe this is going to be a pretty good matchup right here. I love how The New Day and all the tag teams in the SmackDown roster really do their jobs, and they really do a great job of selling their product. I believe that the New Day is still going to continue their reign as the current champions, although it wouldn't surprise me the Revival would win, but I'm going ahead and predict that the New Day retain their titles. In a tables, ladders, and chairs match, this is going to be Roman Reigns versus King Corbin. Yeah, I know. It amazes me how King Corbin, no one really likes him, but for some reason WWE really does give him a good job, and I think he does actually a pretty good job as the heel, especially with this King Corbin crap. But I believe that's the reason why they allow him to win win the King of the Ring, so that he can be used as King Corbin, and he's done a pretty good job. But you got to give him credit, excuse me. You really have to give him credit for the job he's done as King Corbin. He's an incredible heel. No one likes him. The fans boo him as every chance they get. I think this is the match where Roman Reigns finally comes off as the hero that he is, and he will win this matchup. It's going to be a brutal matchup. There's going to be a lot of spots. It wouldn't surprise me to see Dolph Ziggler and I forgot his name. The glorious guy. I forget his name. It'll come to me. Yeah, they'll probably interfere in the matchup as well. But I think Roman Reigns will win the title. I mean, not win the title. Will win the match. So there you have it. Those are my predictions for the tables, ladders, and chairs pay-per-view TLC. I think it's going to be a pretty good card, and it'll probably be a good way to end the year as we get ready for the road to WrestleMania when the Royal Rumble comes out next month. And that's my video for today, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please hit that like button. So this will help the channel a lot. And once again, leave in your comments down in your comment section below and leave your predictions about what you believe is going to happen at TLC. And all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. Like I said, if this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. That way you can be notified anytime when I put up any new videos, whether it's a wrestling prediction video or any horror movies, unboxing videos, or anything new that I put up horror related. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, wrestling rules this time. Undertaker, take us home. We're out.
You will rest in peace.